One moment at recess by grade S. It was 10 in the morning at Mabuhay Elementary School. It's time to take a snack. It was recess time. Pupils are lined up in waiting for their turns to go inside the canteen. Out of the ground, Joselito sits down at the bench just looking around. The kids eating and some are playing. He has no money to buy something because his father did not receive his salary yet. Is the mother told him to have a heavy breakfast for him to be full until lunchtime. While waiting for the time to pass by, he suddenly saw 50 pesos on the ground. He said to himself, "If I spend his money, I will be able to have lot to eat for recess." But he knows that it is not the right thing to do, so he goes to their classroom and asks for help from his advisor to find the owner of that money. It so happens that no one of these classmates Arner was crying at the corner of their classroom because the lost her money. Joselito asked Arne how much he lost. It's 50 pesos, said Arne. Joselito give the 50 pesos that he saw to Arne and said, "I think it's your Irene." Was so thankful to Joselito as a form of their appreciation. She told Joselito to go to the canteen with her and they shared snack for recess. Joselito was grateful, and because of his honest, he was able to enjoy his recess time. One moment at recess by grade S.
The name of the author, Grace, is pronounced as Great, while Ponce is mispronounced as Pons.
It was 10 in the morning at Mabuhay Elementary School. It's time to take a snack.
The learner mispronounced the word it's as is.
It was recess time. Pupils are lined up in waiting for their turns.
The learner mispronounces the word pupils as pupils.
Go inside the canteen. Out of the ground.
The word crowd is substituted by the word ground.
Joselito sits down at the bench.
The learner also mispronounces the word seems as sems.
Just looking around. The kids eating and some are playing. He has no money to buy something.
The learner substituted the word had with has.
because his father did not receive his salary.
Salary is mispronounced as celery.
Yet is the mother told
The learner inserted the word the between the words his and mother.
him to have a heavy breakfast.
The word heavy is mispronounced as heavy. Breakfast is also mispronounced by the learner as breakfast.
For him to be full until lunchtime. While waiting for the time to pass by, he suddenly saw 50 pesos on the ground.
The learner made an unsuccessful attempt. The first word that he has mentioned is Sandy. Then she changed it into Sandini. Saw is mispronounced as so. The learner substituted the word 50 as filthy.
And he said to himself,
Said is mispronounced as said.
if I spend his money,
The word this is mispronounced as his.
I will be able
The learner mispronounced the word able as able.
to have lot to eat for recess.
The learner omitted the S in the word lots.
But he knows that it is not the right thing to do.
The learner inserted the word the.
So he goes to their classroom and asks for help.
N is substituted with at. S is omitted.
From his advisor
The learner said advisor.
to find the owner of that money. It so happens that no one of these classmates
The learner initially pronounced the word one with no and then she successfully corrected it. The word his is mispronounced as this.
Arner was crying.
The learner made an unsuccessful attempt. The first word that she has mentioned is inner, then she changed it into Arnel.
At the corner of their classroom because the lost her money.
The learner substituted the word she by the word the.
Joselito asked Erne
Irene is mispronounced as Erne.
how much she lost. It's 50 pesos, said Erne.
Its is substituted by each and 50 is mispronounced as 50. Said is mispronounced as said again. The learner once again mispronounced Irene and read it as Einer instead.
Joselito give the 50 pesos
The learner first said 5 and then she said give.
that he saw
Saw is mispronounced as so.
to in Einer.
The learner once again mispronounced Irene and read it as Einer instead.
And said
Said is mispronounced again, but this time I've heard it pronounced as side.
I think it's your
S is omitted.
Irene was so thankful to Joselito
The learner initially pronounced the word Irene as inner and then she said Irene the second time.
as a form of
The learner said I.
their appreciation.
Her is substituted by their. The learner said appreciation.
She told Joselito to go to the canteen with her and they shared snack for recess.
The learner said, share it. S is once again omitted.
Joselito was grateful
The learner repeated the first syllable of the word grateful.
and because of
That is substituted with N.
his honest,
The learner said honest.
he was
Able is mispronounced as ab.
to enjoy his recess time.